let me transfer you.
Switch to Farm Bureau Insurance today and get real service instead of getting really tangled up. For auto, home, life, and health, get the membership advantage. Get Farm Bureau Insurance.
I wonder if I could ask you about being a second-half team. You played awfully well in the second half, and Maine was a good example of that. You've done it so much here in the last few years.
Yes, Coach, he does a good job of picking us up in the halftime, telling us what we need to do. Coaches, they go over the game plan, they twerk it however they need to, and it's been real effective this year as we come out as a team and get real hyped up and do what we got to do to win the game.
But what did you guys say to each other in the locker room? Because there's only so much Coach can X and O at that point. Did you guys have a meeting amongst yourselves and say, we're better than this?
Most definitely. We always tell each other, we're better than this as a group. We know what we're capable of, and we realize what's on the line, and that every day in this conference, every game, every play counts because it could be your last at any moment.
Having said that, both of you, was there more about X's and O's in the adjustment this week? It just looked like the second half, the offense changed what it was doing. You ran the ball more downhill and powered it, and defensively you blitzed more than you did in the first half. If ever there was a week that it looked more strategic change at halftime, it at least to me appeared that way Saturday. No.
I say that as a group, offensive line, they all stepped up big time in that second half. They stepped up, the offense, we got it together. We got, look, guys, we got to move this ball better than we ever have, right now. We got to make a statement to all the teams in the CAA, that we can move the ball and that we got to stop messing around with these teams in the first half. So I think that we did a real good job coming together as a unit and establishing a good offense.
Defensively, did it strategically change in the second half?
On the defensive side of the ball, that last drive is when we had that 2-minute drill and he drove it down the field and scored. We knew we had to come back and we knew we had to stop them. We did majority of the same things we did the first half, but the mindset was that we know we have a great defense and we know that if we come out and play our A game, that one, they're not going to be able to run the ball on us, and two, we'll come out of the game with the W. And the second half, we came out with the mindset that we weren't going to let them rush the ball on us anymore, and that we were going to stop the passes, stop them on third down, and get off the field and let our offense take the ball into the end zone.
Justin, has it becoming the featured back in this offense been everything that you thought it might be after watching Tim and Josh for the last 2 or 3 years?
After watching Tim and Josh for the last 3 years, you always want to get out there, and show what you're capable of doing. But I guess after last year, sitting on the sideline, not being able to play, it really put things in perspective. And I'm not so much concerned about my personal goals like the yards and the touchdowns. I just want to be able to play in the national championship game, like those guys were able to do last year. That's what's more important to me right now than that. So, I'm real proud for all those guys. But as a unit, I'm fine with someone coming in on a short yardage situation and doing what we got to do just so we can convert. I'm cool with that.
Hey, Mark, I wondered in August what sort of adjustments you'd have to make with Coach Shealy, if any. Have there been any?
I would say there hasn't been that many adjustments. Having the 3 previous coaches from last year, most of our calls and our signals stay the same. Coach Shealy came in and he just added what he knew and what he thought would be better for our defense. We added new fronts, new blitzes, a handful of new signals and stuff. But I would say all in all, he came in knowing that we had a good defense last year and that this year we were going to be as good or even better than last year. So he came in and just he kept the game plan the same, but he just added his certain defensive game styles into our game plan.
On film, is UMass the best or maybe most balanced offense you faced this year?
I would say the most balanced offense that we faced this year. They have a big offensive line of veterans. They have a good quarterback, a great running game. Out of all the teams that we've seen this year, I would say this is the team that, if we don't come in our A game, that we're going to have a lot of trouble with. But like I said, if we come into this game playing Richmond football, Richmond defense, that we'll be able to do what we have to do on defense to get the offense back on the field.